Hello, this is Nathan, better known as CrazyhermitDM, and this is my podcast, The Hermit's Homebrew. Joining me today is Brent from Lang Mini Studio, and Chase, who is better known as Kelk, as we talk about Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop gaming.
And then we started going into the side. I think it was a maze, I believe.
Yeah, you had the main pathway. Well, there's a cave in, so that got blocked, and you had to go through a bunch of tunnels that I was even envisioning a joke that someone said that were talking about like the United States interstate system when it comes to like a city.
Oh, sure.
It's like someone took a handful of spaghetti and threw it at a map.
Sure.
And so I was channeling that. I'm like, so yeah, it's a bunch of these like tubes and tunnels and stuff that people just called the maze. Now, is it a legitimate like Minotaurian labyrinth? No. But it's just, you know, how like, oh yeah, you've got the narrows over there. Well, what is that? Oh, that's just where the river gets narrow.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like anything special? Nah.
No, not really.
This one, yes, there are, you know, you could have, if you guys failed, you would have gotten lost. You know, stuff like that, but you guys didn't, so you made it.
Yeah, it's funny that Josh is like wanting Ronhi to go over there and smash things. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, every game that I've ever played with her, you know, when we played Call Cthulhu, her character was the one that basically ran out of the room and was like, I'm not fighting that.
To be fair,
I'm going to hold the door open.
To be fair, you're supposed to avoid combat in Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, I understand.
You know? To be fair,
But she has
a little gung ho in our last toll.
she has a tendency
vampires.
to run from dangerous situations.
More
More than most D&D players that I've seen.
she is more into the like exploration and roleplay side. Combat is not why she plays the game.
Sure.
You know? So yeah, if when it comes to combat, she will have like, if it gets down to it, she'll have 2 or 3 things that will be, you'll know she'll have like 2 or 3 actions her go-to thing.
Yeah.
That has to do with that
She's
character.
if I was the DM and I handed her a particularly powerful object, like if she was playing that druid and I handed her the staff of the woodland that's super powerful,
Mhm.
I know she wouldn't be game breaking with it.
No.
Sure.
Especially if I handed it to her at like level 4.
Yeah, she would not.
Creates this big tree. No, she's just gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's like, what can I do with this thing? And she'll find like
Kind of like when you gave me the monkey's paw.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah,
And I was like, really? I got 3 widows.
Yeah, and so it's more like, yeah, how can you be thematic with it? How
Yeah.
can, you know, you make really cool stories with it? Not, ooh, I'm gonna break the DM's brain. Yeah, no.
I mean, when you got the, you know, X to Y thing of it's always going to turn out bad no matter how you word it.
Yeah. Not necessarily bad, just not how you expected it to. It's
Yeah,
not gonna be
exactly.
perfect.
Yeah.
What was
So
it, the
it's always
Simpsons
gonna make that
episode?
Context no matter how you word it.
Yeah. Do you remember the Simpsons episode where he got the monkey paw and he
Yeah.
made his house like a mansion and all this stuff? And then at the very end, he's like, all right, this last wish. He's
Is it
like, there's no
sandwich?
way. He wanted the sandwich, and he like went into detail, and everything was perfect, and he ate it, and he's like,
Amazing sandwich, yeah.
it's dry! Like the bread was dry or something. He's like,
Yeah, I think it was like turkey or something. and
yeah.
Turkey was all dried out.
Oh no.
No, it's good. It's cool when you can trust your players.
Yeah, no,
You know you can give them powerful objects, you know, because when you handed me the monkey's paw, I literally could have just been like, I wish for Rathgriff to die immediately, right now. And then, you know, suddenly everything changes. Or actually Overlord to never have existed. Boom. Now, granted, you can't do that in real D&D rules.
Yeah, it has to mimic a 9th level spell or below.
Yeah.
It's gotta.
But we kind of,
yeah.
we push those boundaries with Wish.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh,
And
if you,
I think
if
Wish is
you had
supposed
done
to.
that, just like I want it to where the overseer never existed, it would have shifted the reality stream to where something else is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
it's,
Yeah.
you know, maybe
And
it's a
it's-
demon instead
You
of
know,
the
it's the
overseer.
augury, I believe, is the word for bad omen.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Or,
We could have been fighting, you know, Tiamat. You know?
right, yeah. Now Tiamat's down there and smashing things up. We could have ran into Tiamat in that campaign.
We could have, yeah.
That's actually a legitimate thing that happens in that campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been Tessamagosa.
We would have, that's if we would have allied with Xingxi.
You would have
No way that's
unleashed Tessamagosa,
Yeah.
the blue dragon destroyer.
God, I wanted the Eye of Odin so bad. Oh, I wanted that thing so bad. But it makes perfect sense and why I didn't get it, you know?
It was a good campaign.
No,
Personality of the
absolutely. Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah.
And to be fair, he got released at the perfect time
He did. Hey, you got Pokeball.
to
Zingshi, I choose you.
his final, you know, the thing that he wanted to kill the most.
It's right there in front of him. Go
So
kill that
it was
thing.
a cool ending for Nick's character,
Mhm,
especially, right? So I really like that she did decide at the end, like, think she's coming out.
Yeah.
Because that I knew kinda. She had talked to me a little bit about it, and she's like, "So what would you do in that situation?" It's like, if I was your character, I would let the bad guy monologue, and while he's getting ready to finish his monologue, I'd have just snapped my fingers and just opened up that door.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's the
you know me. It's like because Nathan's gonna monologue.
Yeah. Well, you should.
Yeah.
To be fair, like,
what villain doesn't?
well,
get
it was a
monologue?
2-year campaign. Like, we got to get some
3 year.
Yeah, 3. Like, we
3,
got to get
yeah.
some kind of monologue in there.
You gotta get something. Yeah.
I'm always nervous as are they going to let you monologue? Right? Because there's a legitimate
Certain
chance where you're
players
talking,
say no.
and
That happened.
the
in
one
our
player might just be like,
With-
I cast fireball while he's talking. You know. And it's just like, wait, you're ruining my moment.
You caught me monologuing.
That's why you always have an action repped while monologuing.
It's like do counter do. Yeah. So yeah, we made it through the maze, or you guys made it through the maze.
Yes.
And then I thought you were going to get in combat with the caravan that came through. That was a bunch of raiders or whatever. I'm like, I mean, we can totally do that, but the battle map's taken up by the giant dungeon laid out, and I'm like, so I was like, yeah, no, there's 20 people in this caravan. Like, maybe we should go around.
Thank you to the mother of my child for letting me borrow her puzzle.
The puzzle spinner, yeah.
Puzzle spinner. It's now sitting out on top of our playpen or whatever, all still put together, it's a little shuffled from being transported. But
Yep.
we easily to transport, but it's on this. She got one of these things when we first moved into this place. It's this board that can spin around 360,
Mm-hmm.
and it fits that dungeon perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we could technically put this down and spin this dungeon 360 if we really want.
Oh, if you want to get better.
Knowing that now, I'm going to start designing some place for you guys to go that fit on that purpose.
Oh,
you can do that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. So yeah, you guys made it. So you guys hid, and you let the raider caravan or bandit caravan or whatever go by, and then you made it to down the proper path to get to the meeting point that was pointed out by Han Glimmerzooks. Singular Han, plural Glimmerzook. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, is kind of get into that dungeon that you built as another kind of cave in and a door, and led to an interesting role play moment between me and Rick again and a couple of other people, because we were able to in about 15 minutes into like letting Rick do his thing or Annabelle do her thing. I'm like, what is my character going to be doing? Because I got a feeling he's going to be impatient at this point. I'm like,
Yeah, because Rick
on my thumb.
Because Rick sent roll through.
I did nothing.
And then Annabelle went through to go scout this extra area. And yeah, they were there, like, another part of the cave in. They found this like rusted shut door and all this. And
But he's doing manual labor, cleared out all those rocks, and my dude's just like,
sup. Guys are doing good.
Yeah, I think Ronnie first started, and then I just kind of said, I'm like, yeah, okay.
The interactions between her and Josh have been fun, because he's like, don't we have this big, huge lady here? He's like, hey, big lady, can't you just, open up, clear out these rocks?
He's and
then she starts getting
obvious thing, like,
and she's like, her character's like getting offended, like, excuse me, you just doing this, and he's like, well, I mean, you're like 10 feet tall. Like,
yeah, because she's, I think for Goliath, it's 7 to 8 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so she's pushing 8 feet tall, and Rick is like 3.5.
Yeah.
So she's over twice his height. So he's like, hey, get in there and do this,
Right. I can pick up pebbles. You can pick up me-sized rocks.
That are like way twice or 3 times what I. Why am I doing this? Yeah.
I was expecting her to be like, I don't know, does she have flurry of blows at level 3?
Yep.
I was expecting a flurry of blows the wall.
Oh, and just like dig through it
and being like, that's how she
Mario Brothers
destroys her stuff.
Mario brother in it, it's an idea. Yeah,
that would have been cool.
But she also thinks realistically, so I think she would have.
He does.
I'm gonna my character would bust her hands on you know.
I'm gonna bust my hands, or I'm gonna cause like further cave in if I actually try and just punch my way through this.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
so funny because if I was playing her character, I would have been like flurry of blows right on the hull
Just
to try to, bust out the wall.
But we got to the door, and I wanted to talk about the dungeon because you got it from another creator.
Creator. It's a heavily modified Vault of Iptiz from Wyloch's Armory. William Buchanan, Bill. Big inspiration of mine since the beginning of me mini painting.
Wyloch's Armory.
Yeah, Wyloch
layout.
It's called Vault of Iptiz.
In metagame.
You can go on and you can go to his merch channel or merch page. You can buy this exact dungeon for $2, and you get
Interesting.
$2.
It's a modified map because
And it's
thanks to our former sponsor RFI Prints, we still have a lot of his modular dungeon, so we're able to create the map.
Yeah.
It works out pretty well.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I like the doors, even though we forget them a lot.
Yeah, and that's kind of the funny thing is like, you got the door was rusted shut. No, go ahead.
No, I was talking about inside, but
The door was rusted shut, and I was kind of like, okay, how are you guys gonna? Because everyone knows that the adventurer's greatest threat are doors. Doors always give people like, oh, I want to check for traps. I want to make
chest.
I want to unlock. I want to like the door's open. Just turn the freaking handle.
Just a door, guys.
It's just a door. And so
if there's just a door sitting there in a dungeon, like as a DM, what's the worst thing that you could do to somebody?
The worst thing I've seen it like would legitimately lightning bolt somebody and like take them out.
It's like if it's a door to like a lich's lair, power word kill. After like going through a gauntlet somewhere,
Sure.
and wearing people down, if someone touches that and it's power word kill and you're under 100 hit points, you're dead. So I mean, but realistically, it could be like a lightning bolt trap. It could be a fake door that triggers like a pit trap. Whatever. So there's nothing wrong with approaching it with a little bit of caution. I'm not gonna take anything away from that, but I kind of wanted to reward that a little bit. So you guys were kind of like, okay, you took your due diligence and the door was rusted shut. You guys figured it out. You got it open. So yeah, you guys get through you open that door and you get into it.
Yeah.
And describing that initial hallway was kind of in the back of my mind. I was going, okay, what's going to happen here?
I was gonna say, because like every campaign has its first dungeon.
Yes.
And this is our first dungeon.
Yep.
It's all built out thanks to our current sponsors, help our players immerse themselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. So the way this first hallway was laid out is that it's an L where you go down 10, 15, 20 feet. I forget how much it is.
And there's 3 doors.
And then you make an immediate left turn, and then there's a longer hallway about 45 feet.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 doors. One at the end of the hallway, one just to the right at the end of the hallway, and then one down the hallway. The thing is, though, at the end of the hallway, at the end of the left, there's a dead body laying there.
Yeah.
In front of a door. And that's it. Why is the body dead? What happened? I don't know. Figure it out. And you guys figured out that by looking at the body, it was a skeleton. It had been there for a very long time, but its hand, the bones had been scorched and cracked. But just the hand and just up the arm, not the whole body. And then you kind of
I feel for playing a 5e engine system that I went very old school, like OSR response with that. Like I take my piton.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
Yeah, you threw it at the door and it hit the door and nothing happened. Like, okay. All right.
You said static. Like
yeah, because
when it touched the handle.
You roll,
Mike, are you talking about like
because you rolled high enough to where it was a good roll, but it didn't meet that threshold. So I wanted to roll decent roll.
And then I
asked,
are you
goes like against the door handle. Yeah.
Are you talking like the equivalent of like you're sitting in bed at night and you see that little blue static electricity?
Yeah, you lift your leg up to move and you see.
This episode's been brought to you by, so every GM here starts small from the experts when building a campaign, right? A tavern, a village, a few NPCs. But what if your players want something more without feeling overwhelmed? That's where Centurion 3D steps in. Their set brings over 30 build-out options infinite ways to grow your world, infinite ways to grow your table. Centurion 3D Studios is for game masters who want to stay small but go big for their players. Alright, fellow hermits, Heimdall has just dropped their new dice line, and they come in a unique LED display box that makes them look like they're pulled straight out of a mythical ancient Viking vault. And the dice themselves, they're runic. Full Thark-inspired font on the faces, but the wild part is they've got this iridescent finish that literally changes when the light hits them. It's like your dice are actually filled with magic. If you want to show off the dice in a totally new way, grab one of these 5 sets, if not all of them. There's something out of the 9 realms themselves.
It's kind of like that. That's a little tiny spark. Just to kind of be like, okay, there's something. Okay, all right. Yeah, it wasn't the door that was trapped. It was the handle that was trapped. Yeah. So you guys figured that out.
So then we got a jigsaw and we just cut out around the door.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now, if you have
We
like
blocked it.
yeah, like, you know what? I've got the master key right here. Boom, just blow the lock out. You know, if it was modern setting, you just blow the lock out with a shotgun and you just move on. But nope, not this. Not in D&D. So yeah, you guys disarmed the trap and you went in, and it was kind of like a small arcane like laboratory library type thing.
And what I liked about what you did is you did kind of the reverse of expectations with that arcane rune in the back corner. Like you're expecting it to be a trap.
Mhm.
It's actually like a containment glyph.
Yeah, it wasn't keeping stuff out. It's designed to keep something in. And
Which I use that multiple times, like
Mhm.
3 different times, and it just always sets a precedent.
Yep, absolutely. And honestly, that room was kind of a letdown sometime, but it's designed that way to where you walk in like, okay, this door is trapped. There's a this guy died trying to get in here, and then you walk in and
Nothing.
yeah, there's nothing crazy in here. There's no demon. There's no like,
Right.
itch. There's no. Why was this door locked? You know, like what's going on?
But we investigated the hell out of the room, found a couple cool things. If I do remember, they did, the people that were investigating, I believe Rick and Alchem was as well.
I don't think I did.
I thought you were looking at the bookshelves for some reason.
Rick,
I remember
Rick was looking at the bookshelf.
Yeah.
No, at the end I threw your little piton after I cast light on it, like a little chem light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then yeah, because there was a door at the end that also was not trapped. Because you used the same trick to throw the piton at the door. And yeah, because I think someone rolled like a 20 or got a 20 on the attack roll essentially. So I'm like, yeah, you throw this piton and it hits that door
I think
perfectly
it was me.
and just ting, and nothing happens. So you open the door and yeah, it wasn't trapped.
Like dark or something in there.
Yeah, it was like
and you're like, it was dark. So I just
Yeah, it's
take
like
this
it-
thing,
yeah.
cast light, and throw it in like a
Yeah,
chem.
use like a chem light, yeah, and just chucked it in. It was like, what is this? They were it was 2 troughs that were set up
Yes.
that had essentially medieval fertilizer
Yeah.
to where it was
It got was Annabelle or Vicky's interest right off the bat.
I
She
knew
what started
and
asking
I knew it would.
culture.
Yeah, I knew it would.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, it's got like there's biological like excrement in there. There's decaying plant matter. It's like whatever. You know, but it's medieval plant fertilizer.
Yeah.
Then there was stuff like moss and lichen. Is that how we decided it was pronounced? Lichen?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
said there was like leaves and basically
Yeah.
it was compost.
Yeah, compost.
It
Yeah,
was like a never-ending compost.
yeah,
Composter.
yeah. And so
Yeah,
it's like,
but
what
I
a
had to-
waste of magic! It's like it's making compost.
Because we had to look up lichen, and I'm like, it just looks like the dried moss stuff that you get
Yeah,
at
that's
the
all.
local craft store.
Yeah, and it was creating that. It's like, okay, why? And so there's
Dropping the ooze.
but yeah, then yeah, so you like people were like investigating and stuff, but no one rolled high enough
Right.
to see
You know,
the ooze or the
or
slime.
after we said I look up,
And no one said, "Hey, what's the ceiling look like?" Because then I would have been, okay, it's blatant. There's a big green slime up there.
Right. Or you
yeah,
could have just played it off as it's dark up there.
yeah, no one looked. Well, I didn't want to downplay that it was dark because it's a cave or it's like a a regular room, and you threw a chem light in. I didn't want to
Oh,
take
yeah.
away your light spell because that actually
that-
lit up the whole room. You know,
It's the typical horror movie. You see the thing shift in the back, even though they're in a.
even though they're in a brightly lit room. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's very ooze-like to just jump from the ceiling.
it is. Yeah, and so
D&D 101.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no one said, "Huh?" Yeah, no one looked up, and so I'm like, "Okay, on your way out, plop." And so this slime drops down and starts, and so combat started, and it wasn't that big of a combat. Only like 3 people were involved with it out of the party. They took care of it pretty simply.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I can't remember
easily.
whether I even got involved with it. If I
You or Ephraim and
I
Bonnie did not.
I
I
think
think it
rolled. I
was-
think I rolled to get into it, but by the time it
But
got
yeah,
to
by the time you
me-
got there, nothing. Yeah, because
That's
Annabelle took care of it.
Yeah, she killed it.
Because she killed it with her necrotic spores,
Yes.
and then because
Which she's going to use a lot, by the way.
Good.
It
Well,
doesn't
it's-
do very much damage.
But it's part of the it's part of the
part of
group. Yeah,
her thing.
and I don't. And again, spoilers, but not really. I have plans for that ability.
Oh, sure.
Where I think she's going to, as much as she wants to use it now, she's going to want to use it more.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that if Circle of Spores Druid, their wild shape gives them, they have a special wild shape form
Mhm.
that gives
Yep.
her, it makes it do more damage, her
Yep.
spores do more damage, and it gives her temporary health points, I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah.
So-
So no, Circle of Spores Druids, in my opinion, are one of the better Druid subclasses mechanically and labor wise.
I think,
Yeah,
I think
them
they're
and like
amazing.
Circle of the Moon are the top 2. If I
Yeah,
remember
because
right.
Moon is turned into like the mammoths and stuff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
You get the-
Circle of the Moon is a shapeshifter one. Yeah.
The CR8 monsters, I think is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, Circle of the Moon, you can just go.
yeah. I think
nuts.
you can, besides turning into beasts, you can turn into monsters. If I remember it. But
I
could
haven't
be
heard
wrong.
that.
Is her binder here? We have every one. It's here.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
But you
here.
can only turn into like beasts. Stereotypically, you just can't turn.
Yes, she got the cards for it.
And the art's gorgeous on it for anyone.
Oh my God, they are. It's like very.
No one can see, but
It's like
It-
very
and where you
old
guys get
school like postcard of come see the great open of the Grand Canyon artwork.
Like
and
mammoth
stuff.
is there for Circle of the Moon.
and for our
All the
listeners,
elementals. Yeah.
And then
Here.
he has.
go and adjust your mic. But
Oh, sorry.
no. Well, you can adjust it. All that. Where did you guys get those?
Yeah.
I would have to ask. She ordered them.
Oh.
I didn't even know, and they just showed up one day.
Oh, look at her being all gung.
I know.
Looks like the branding on it is Squirrel's Wild Shape cards, and it's SKWIRL. The artwork is beautiful.
Yeah,
but-
they made our wallflower, wallflower player.
Really, yeah.
Like stand out in one of
And
the
it has
eyes. And
color coded.
And it has the challenge rating up in the corner.
we also found out this session that she can't turn into anything flying quite yet.
Not
Yet,
yet.
not yet. Yeah,
You were-
which
she
is
looked-
weird because she
She
doesn't.
was looking for something with echolocation.
Also,
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But back before we even entered the dungeon, let me figure that out real quick.
But yeah, this was
It was
great.
a
that she
weird
got.
animal that had like.
You guys
It's a
were.
mouse, if I remember.
No,
right.
it
Was
something
the
else.
is it a giant shrew or something?
It was something like that. It was something weird.
Shrews and Tenrix.
Yeah,
There's
they
a
have,
shrew.
they have a version of echolocation or
That's
something.
a mouse. Yeah.
Like what the heck?
Basically,
Okay. So
Just-
yeah,
there's
it's not something she can officially turn into by rules as written.
so yeah,
but
we had
it's in
that
our-
rule of cool. We kind of hand waved it away. It
It's,
wasn't.
it's still a mouse stat block.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
now stat block. Yeah.
It was.
But yeah, it was just like rule of cool.
Rat, since we
You think
have
she's
the-
going to turn into a
Yeah.
velociraptor?
If she sees one, doesn't she have to see it first?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's been the thing because that's why she turned into your little
No, the
morgue.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was basically like CR
That's the DM.
order.
Rolled the fudge
Yeah.
dice and
Yeah, I let
Trying to
the
come up
goddess
with
of
what
fate decide, and
Yeah, when we were looking at it, her and I were trying to come up with, what are the monsters she's going to see in the Feywild as a fairy? Or not the Feywild, Svartalheim.
Svartalheim, yeah.
In the Underdark, right? It's going to be like spiders and bats and what else? But then we were like, oh, what about the little morgue things that don't even attack?
Yeah, they just turn you to
that
stone and
was
then
just
eat you.
her idea, or was it?
I don't know. It's something her and I
that
talked
twice in this podcast. You haven't been on to actually ask.
That was I don't remember. It was something that we were talking home, and we were just like, remember that little
rabbit
that
looking
Nathan made? And she was like,
thing.
yeah. I was like, I bet if we asked, he could probably turn into that, because that was in Svartalheim for when we saw it.
Yep.
And 2, as a druid, to wild shape into an animal, you have to have seen it before. So then you start going down the road. What animals are we going to see?
Yep.
Or would you have seen as a Circle of Spores fairy that's been living out in, the mushroom forests, the local mushroom forests? Like, and it just made sense. So it was cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it was really, it's a unique way of using standard
drop
abilities.
bared Glimmerzooks.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She flew into him and turned into it and just hit it.
All of a sudden, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, and
getting back on subject though, we did end right after the pudding. That was our Christmas session where Chase, was Santa and handed us like all Warhammer stuff. And
I did. I got the guys, the leaders of their army, minus the Necrons, because that, the Silent King's like $140.
Yeah, but he already got it, like a week later.
He got it.
So yeah, it's no big deal.
But I think his Necrons were gold.
Copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw in one of his photos that he put in our Discord.
Yes.
I saw him in the background, and I was like, "Are those golden Necrons? That's baller."
Yeah,
it's
a bougie Necron.
Done as he's base coated them, spray painted them on my back patio black, and then he's kind of dry brushed them lightly with a copper, and then he's gonna the light points. He's gonna do a white and then the neon green.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna look really cool. Yeah. If it pans out how he's described it and look at it, they're gonna look really
It's gonna look very, the standard typical robo Egyptian zombies.
That's what Necrons. Yeah.
Another one of the moments where I got to be a little goofy during the last session, a little toy bar-esque, was when I got the elf lord to get down on his knees and make his
his
prayer.
I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh.
Going back to the beginning.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Because he asked help, and I go where fate takes me. And he's like, if you want me to stop whatever I'm doing and help you in your thing, you have to ask my goddess. Or I have to ask my goddess.
So, as a player, because you were going back and forth in that moment where you just kind of pushing to see where you could take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of those things where I was like, everyone is interested in money or rewards or in stuff like that. My character doesn't care about that stuff. My character cares about basically the path that he's on. And if you want me to adjust my path, then that has to come from my higher power as far as he's concerned. So I was like, hey, you just have to ask Gold if I am able to assist you in this endeavor. And he said there was no temples.
Nope.
So I Googled what would a appropriate offering be to Skald, who if somebody wanted to do this, and it gave me golden thread, and I'm like, that is beautiful, that is awesome,
yeah, that's amazing,
perfect. And so I was and I knew that there was a mage. We'd already seen the mage at the elves.
You already dealt with them,
and so I was like, oh well, she requires golden thread. He could have said I don't have
and
it.
he got
pound
and
I would have come up with something else for him.
Ronnie a little bit of a comeuppance because he got to sit through this, and that's her boss.
Yes, he was in his pajamas, out on his porch, and I'm like, sir, do you want to do this out here, or would you like to go inside? And he's like, why can't we just do it out here? I'm like, well, you're a lord, aren't you? You want to be out here where all the commoners can see you praying to some random dude that has weird skin.
To be fair, he's in his pajamas. His pajamas cost more than
Gucci pajamas.
Yeah, he's got Louis Vuitton slippers.
Yeah.
He's walking around to the nines. And
But at the same time, I can't imagine that he'd want to be out on his front lawn.
Or he's like, who's gonna say something?
Sure.
Who's going to say something to me?
I just assumed that he would have held himself in a little bit higher esteem. So I gave him the option. I was like, did you want to go inside? And it was so funny because you were like, why would we want to go inside? But he did end up deciding to go inside.
He did,
And if I was Toy Bar, I would have been like, you can get up, man. I just wanted to see if you'd do
I was just messing with you, man. Get up. Yeah.
But I wasn't, right? And it was cool. It was a fun little way, since I've never played a cleric before. It was a fun little way for me to just try to do communing rituals.
Yeah. when like
just to make a nice little role play moment.
yeah,
All that
absolutely.
'cause it gave you
character development.
You
and
made
stuff.
character
Yeah.
development. You made a bonding moment between you and Ronnie.
From my point of view, with that, with the Elf Lord, is that worship, like doing something for a god, that's such a novel thing for him. Because like Nate said in the beginning, gods kind of turn a blind eye to Svartalheim a little bit.
Right.
And so it's like, why would
Other than like the ones that live down there.
Other than this,
you have
yeah.
Eitri, Broker, Sindri, the three
dwarves.
Now because of Josh, there's probably some sort of patron that resembles Olith.
Josh's patron, and we need to.
Well, Josh number 1 with Rufus.
Yeah.
His backstory. I'm like, well, now I got.
He doesn't exist in
She doesn't
Nordic.
exist, but there's now some sort of spider goddess patron.
Sure, that does the driders and stuff like that they follow.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes, and so for
you gotta look up, see if there's any like giant spiders in Norse mythology.
I'm sure there is.
I mean, I've plucked from other mythologies and folklore just because I'm a giant slut for mythology and folklore, and just pluck like the spider Nyx, or whatever the spider in Greek mythology is. I can't remember off the top of my head.
But I know like the like Anasazi have like a spider goddess and stuff like that. So there's
one in the Theros book that I can just steal.
Yeah.
Hey, tabletop gamers. Thank you for watching this episode of the Hermit's Homebrew. We come out with new episodes every Wednesday. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends as we continue to level up and grow.